So what's going on, everybody? Yeah, Slammiversary has come and gone, and I will say this: I enjoyed the show immensely. I thought the production of the show was superb. Even the lighting, we're used to seeing the lighting being a lot darker. It was bright lights. Everything just went quite well as far as I'm concerned. I watched the pre-show on the Fight TV network. Um, that was fun to watch, that match. But the opening match, the tag team match for the GFW tag team titles with LAX and all the Mexican wrestlers uh, from Crash and Triple A and whatnot. You know, there's so many names there, I can't begin to even spiel them off. Uh, but there was 4 tag teams, and boy, was that fun to watch. These guys are just so great in the ring. There, it was nothing like it. There really wasn't. And to have this as the opening match was a bright idea because it got you really involved into wanting to see more throughout the show. I, I was so pleased with Slammiversary last night. I was hoping it was going to be a good show, and I wasn't disappointed. Unfortunately, probably the buy rates probably won't be as good as they expect, and it's people are just going to have to start believing once again. You know, it's much like when TNA wrestling first began, and it's like starting all over again. Um, their video packages prior to each match, the production did a great job with all that. Uh, all the matches, I'm not going to run them off in order, uh, but the Full Metal Mayhem match with Davey Richards and Angelina Love against Eddie Edwards and wife Alyssa or Alicia or whatever, however you want to pronounce her name, was a fun match to watch. You saw, you know, the tables, the ladders, the garbage cans, the kendo, everything. Uh, it was just fun to watch. It really was. And of course, Eddie Edwards and his wife Alicia ended up becoming victorious. So I think this probably could end this feud between Davey and Eddie. We'll have to wait and see. Um, where do I begin? I mean, Josh Matthews and Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, against Borash and Joseph Parks. I knew if it stayed in the ring, it wasn't going to be all that great. But for them to go outside the ring and what they did, I mean, getting on the golf cart, chasing down Borash and Joseph Parks was like so funny. It was hilarious. And then them spraying them with the fire extinguishers and just the jokes that Scott Steiner was coming up with. I mean, it was just totally out of character, but it was so fun to watch. And then, of course, seeing James Mitchell return and bringing back the life of Abyss, dropping the tax, Josh Matthews getting slammed onto the tax, and then Borash, you know, making a little bit of a goof and getting his hands stuck with tax was something else as well. That was a fun match to watch. Also, the Eli Drake Chris Adonis match against Moose and D'Angelo Williams was a lot better than I expected. I will say this, that Robert Flores needs to pay attention to what he's doing because he called Adonis Masters like on 3 different occasions, which is a no-no because I think Masters is copyrighted to the WWE. Could there be issues? Who knows? And then D'Angelo Williams at the end, leaping too far, not getting the table to break, but they did make up for it after the match was already won. So, yeah, that was a fun match to watch as well. Uh, Braxton Sutter Ali, Congo Kong against KM, Laurel Van Ness, and Mahabali Shira. That 6-man mixed match was okay. I think they just wanted to get those guys on the show. I think one thing they should have done was put the Ultimate X match in there, because you left off Matt Sydal, you left off Andrew Everett, who I think are really good young stars uh, in wrestling, but they weren't to be seen. So then the Sanjay Dutt Low-Ki match, the 2 out of 3 falls, was awesome. I honestly thought Low-Ki was going to get the X Division belt back, but Sanjay Dutt found a way to end up retaining, getting the 2 out of 3 falls. Fun match to watch there as well. So I enjoyed this show immensely. I will say that the main event wasn't as good as expected, but it was okay. I expected, Lashley to get beat, but I think they could have performed a little better within the ring. I think it wasn't at the pace that I was hoping for, but again, the match wasn't that bad. And then EC3 and James Storm in the strap match. Really, I was baffled by that, because I really thought James Storm was going to get the better of EC3. I thought that was a pretty good match, though, for the way it went. I just thought the outcome was somewhat surprising. But I don't think this feud is over yet. But a good match anyway. And then Rosemary and Sienna. I just knew that Rosemary was going to lose and Sienna was going to unify those belts. And that's okay. We saw a little interference by Laurel Van Ness. Ali came out and sort of like thwarted her, chased her out. So, all in all, like I said, the production for this show was great. We finally got to see Jeff Jarrett come out prior to the main event. He spoke a few words, and I'll be honest with you, I would watch this show all over again, because I did think it was that good. And I know a lot of WWE fans don't even want to give it an opportunity. They'll never even give it a chance to even watch it, because they're only WWE fans. And you post on Facebook that if you didn't see it, you missed out. And then people just make remarks like, well, didn't miss out on anything. But I, for one, I paid for this. I paid the $39.99 through the Fight TV network because I wanted a really good stream and I wanted a good high definition quality picture. And I was not dissatisfied at all. It was awesome. It was a late night for me because I get up at 3 a.m., but I stayed up and watched the whole show, and I'm damn well happy that I did so. So anybody that's interested, if you get an opportunity, try to check it out. I'm sure you can find it out there somewhere. It was really a good show. Don't knock it until you give it a shot. So with all that being said, here on this Monday night, you got Monday Night Raw tonight, you WWE fans. And we also have Great Balls of Fire this coming weekend. But as of today, I'm still talking about Slammiversary, presented by GFW Impact Wrestling. Have yourself a great night, everybody.